first, actually it is very difficult to understand this theorem in the starting. This is theorem of total probability, and just I'll tell you some points about it. Then I will take one example to clear this. This is the statement. You can see the statement. Okay, still here. This is the statement of the theorem. The theorem says that let E1, E2, En be a partition of sample spaces. This is sample space. Here, this whole part, this rectangle is representing a sample space. You know the sample space is the total possible outcomes of an experiment. ठीक है, ये पूरी sample space है. And it is divided into non-zero probability of occurrence events. This is E1, this is E1, and this part is representing E2, E3, like this, all divided. Suppose if we are taking 5, so all 5 should cover this whole space. That is the important thing here. They should be mutually exclusive events. That means their union E1, E2, En. If this partition is up to N, all union should be equal to S. That means this whole sample space is divided into mutually exclusive events. There is no common thing in that event. Got it? That's why it is called partition of the sample space. We are dividing into N parts. Then we have to find the probability of one of the events which can be common in all the events. You can say it is common in all the events. So how to find this probability? So this is the formula, okay, of finding it. तो ये एक formula है. इसे directly to understand directly is difficult. एक example लेंगे अपन. Example के बाद आपके सब समझ में आ जाएगा. You will understand that what is going on here. You just see that this is the condition. Just and theorem, they are not going to ask the theorem in examination. Only question will come in the examination. Okay. We have given first bag which has 4 red and 3 black balls, and second bag contains 2 red balls and 4 black balls. Okay. One ball is selected at random. Question is, a bag contains this number of balls, and one ball is selected at random. One ball is selected at random. From the selected bag, one ball is drawn, and find the probability that the ball drawn is red. Okay, so one ball from the selected bag, one ball is drawn, and find the probability that the ball drawn is red. यानी अपन ने जो है एक बैग, पहले दोनों बैग्स में से पहले एक बैग सेलेक्ट करा, उसमें से एक बॉल निकाली, वो बॉल रेड हो, इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी? आ रही ना बात समझ? तो ये कैसे हो रहा है? पहले बैग जा रहे हैं, तो बैग 1 में से सिलेक्शन का पहले बैग सेलेक्ट होंगे फर्स्ट. सो दिस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड बेटर बाय मेकिंग वन डायग्राम. ठीक है, जो बैग में से बॉल निकाली वो रेड हो, क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालना है कि जो बैग में से बॉल निकाली, तो अपन को एक बॉल निकालना है. वी हैव टू ब्रिंग वन बॉल फ्रॉम द बैग 1 एंड बैग 2. अब आंखें सपोज लेट अस सपोज दैट कि अपने आंखें बंद हैं अपन की, और अपने पास 2 बैग ये रखे हुए हैं. आंखें बंद करके अपन को किसी भी बैग में, पहले एक बैग में हाथ डालना है, किसी है एक बैग को चूज करना है. ओके ओके, सो वी कैन नॉट सी एंड देन वी हैव टू चूज वन बैग. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल just find out bag 1 or bag 2. Okay, and then after finding the bag, we have to take out one ball. That ball can be red, can be black, but here they are asking find the probability that the ball drawn is red. जो ball निकाली उसकी probability क्या हो, red हो. So how will you find? So bag, therefore our bag 1 is our first event. You will say this bag 1 is the event 1. Me selecting bag 1 is event 1. And bag 2, selecting bag 2 is the say event E2. We can denote by E1 and E2. Okay. And they are equally likely events. In bag, they are equally likely events. So there are two bags. So probability of bag 1, yani that means if we are writing here PE1, that we can say PE1 or bag 1 for your understanding, bag 1. Probability of bag 1 is 1 by 2 and probability of bag 2 is also 1 by 2. Because 50-50%, half will be the probability of selecting the bag. Okay. Now, therefore, what we get, we will draw one straight line here. So probability of selecting the bag E1 is equal to 1 by 2 and probability of selecting bag 2 PE2 is also 1 by 2. जरा ध्यान देना, गौर से समझना है क्वेश्चन को, ठीक है. अब this event has been happened, now you have to go to the event which you have to find out. So that event which we have to find out, generally we are taking with A. A we have to find out. A is what? We have to get the red ball. Event red ball, we have to find out that the drawn ball is a red ball. So E1 has been happened already. Means we have chosen the bag 1 first possibility. So then जब बैग 1 चूज कर लिया तो उसमें से रेड बॉल निकालने की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी? प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ getting red ball. This A is what? Red ball. We can use R also instead of A. Instead of A, we can use R also. So red ball nikalne, what will be the probability of red ball? And E1 is already happened. So probability of A when E1 is already happened. What will be the probability? Can you tell me? बैग 1 चूज करा, बैग 1 में से रेड बॉल निकालने की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी? यस उबैद.
Probability of A intersection E by probability
No, I am not asking the formula, my dear. 4 red balls, 3 black balls. What is the probability of choosing red ball? How many red balls are there? 4. And total number of balls are
so P,
7. 4
P
by
of
7.
E1 into P of A by E1.
Okay, so probability of choosing red ball, please don't go towards the formula again. Okay, we are not using here that formula now. That was in the previous exercise. No? Now here that you have to do it but directly, huh? So otherwise it will be a big problem for you. So इसको directly करना, we have to do it directly. The probability पहले bag choose करा, first we have to choose the bag 1 by 2 probability, then red ball 4 by 7. Simple. Similarly here first we choose the bag 2 and the probability of selecting red ball
1 by 6.
Yes.
2 by
So
6.
A probability of A when E2 has already happened. That is equal to 2 by 6. 2 by 6, correct? So Bayes theorem required probability. Now we have to find the using the law of total probability कहती है using now according to the now this whole space is divided into only two. If you see this 1 minute. Okay, got I go. That's not working. Okay, so if you see this, this is a this is a sample space. Suppose it's a sample space. Huh? So here we have only two events, E1 and E2. So that full E1, suppose this is E1 and this will be E2. It will divide into two parts because I told you that E1 union E2 should be equal to sample space. So this is always there, na? They are exclusive events. So using the law of this is called the law of total probability. Total probability. देखो एक बॉल निकाली है अपन ने दोनों बैग में से, उसके रेड होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी मालूम करना है, यानी पी ए फाइंड आउट करना है, ठीक है ना, पी ए फाइंड आउट करना है. तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रेड बॉल, दैट मीन्स पी ए यानी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रेड बॉल. तो दिस फार्मूला इज एज वी हैव टू बैग, तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग रेड बॉल, या तो रेड बॉल सेलेक्ट करें बैग वन में से, सेलेक्टिंग फ्रॉम वन बैग वन, ये होगा ना, दिस इज द वे ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग द रेड बॉल, सेकंड रेड बॉल, फर्स्ट बैग देन रेड बॉल. तो सेलेक्टिंग ऑफ रेड बॉल इज दिस वन, या फिर पी E2 into probability of red ball when second bag is already selected. Okay, so got it. Now we can substitute the values. 1 by 2 into probability of A, 4 by 7 when E1 has happened, probability of E2, 1 by 2 into probability of A when E2 has happened, 2 by 6. So ultimately the answer will be 19 by 42. 19 by 42 is the answer. देखो first bag contains this much. Huh? The ball drawn is red. Find the probability that it is from first bag. Probability that it is from first bag. उल्टा हो गया ना अब काम भाई, ये प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालना है फर्स्ट बैग में क्या होगी. तो देखो अगर E1 E2 E3 से चलते, अगर यहाँ से चलेंगे तो 1 2 3, ठीक है ना, ये तीनों यहाँ पहुंचेंगे, ठीक है. तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फर्स्ट बैग यानी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फर्स्ट बैग इज 1 by 3 and probability of getting red ball from first bag, मैं ऐसे लिख रहा हूँ ना, ए फर्स्ट बैग में से प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रेड बॉल कितना हो जाएगा 6 by 10, ठीक है, आ रहा है समझ में ना. और सेकेंड हो गया प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेकेंड बैग, तुम्हें मालूम है 1 by 3, और प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग रेड बॉल फ्रॉम सेकेंड बैग इज इक्वल टू हो जाएगा, दैट विल बी अवर 6 by 11, and probability of third bag is also 1 by 3, and probability of selecting
So
red ball
5 by
from
11, sir. Second one.
हाँ 5 by 11 करेक्ट, 5 by 11 है, और ये 5 by 10 हो गया, ठीक है. अब ये कह रहे हैं कि प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग द रेड बॉल, प्रोबेबिलिटी देखो अब यहाँ से ये दिस इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग रेड बॉल फ्रॉम फर्स्ट बैग, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग रेड फ्रॉम सेकंड, रेड फ्रॉम थर्ड. अब ये बोल रहे हैं कि प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग द रेड बॉल फ्रॉम बैग वन, ठीक है ना, यानी बैग 1 ऑलरेडी सेलेक्टेड है, बैग 1 से रेड बॉल निकालना है, बैग 1 से रेड बॉल निकालने की प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑलरेडी, ठीक है ना, यानी रेड बॉल ऑलरेडी निकाल ली, ये बैग 1 से उल्टा हो गया। तो इसका बहुत आसान तरीका है, इसको उल्टा कर दो, जस्ट यू कैन रिवर्स इट, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रेड बॉल फ्रॉम फर्स्ट, ठीक है, इनटू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फर्स्ट बैग